So let's go ahead and see that how we can fix this problem. Now, if you try to fix this problem with ChatGPT, it may not be able to help you out because it does not really have that information. But we can definitely try. So I can go ahead and copy this, and I can say to ChatGPT, when I use the following code, I get, and then I can just, well, copy multiple errors. I guess we can just get the warnings from over here. That will be a little bit easier to copy. I get this, and let's copy this one too, copy, and I get this. But I don't really think that it's going to be able to help you because, yeah, well, okay, maybe it will. Maybe I'm wrong. Updated code, updated map view code for iOS 17 and later. Okay, that is quite impressive. Let me go ahead and copy this code and see if it works. Maybe it won't work, but let me see. So we got ignored area and all that, so it's adding all of this stuff. We can replace that. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Contextual closure. Yeah, it doesn't really like that part. All right. And it's saying something about annotation titles also missing. So it's definitely having some issues with it. I think I copied it correctly. Yeah, whatever it's saying, that's what I did. But it doesn't like it. All right. So we can't really use this technique. So how do we do this? Well, we can create a map, and if you try to use the previous ones, which is coordinate region, it will tell you somewhere at the bottom right there that it's deprecated in iOS 17 and use map initializer that take map content builder instead. And the way that you can do this is multiple different ways. Is one of the initializer takes in a position. So you can actually pass in a position. Now we don't really have anything called a position, but we can easily create the position. So if I go on the top, I can go ahead and create the position where the map will be focused on. So private var position map camera position, it will be focused on where the user location will be, user location, and the fallback will be automatic. So if the user is not found, then the fallback just choose automatically whatever you want to choose. So that is going to compile. And now you can see the user location is in Apple campus. So it is focusing over there. The next thing that we want to do is the same exact thing we were doing before. I'm just going to go ahead and say for each location manager.places place in, and now I can use annotation. I can pass in the title, which can be place.name. I can pass in the coordinate, place.coordinate, and then the content. Now in the content, I can pass in an image. Now it's up to you, whatever you want to pass in, but I'm just going to pass in an image. And now let's go ahead and search for different taco stores. Okay, I thought it's gonna show us something. Oh, why is it so far? Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Kind of hard to zoom out. Okay, there we go. And I can click on it and everything works, right? If I go ahead and click on restaurants, I can look at all these different restaurants. Newport restaurant, BJ's restaurant, I've been there. Not that location, but I've been there. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of restaurants. Okay, so there you have it. We were able to fix this issue. Although this issue, we had to manually fix it because ChatGPT doesn't really have that information yet. But at least we were able to fix it, and now our application works as expected. So we have created the complete Taco app, and then we updated it with just one prompt. We updated it to be the Near Me app, which can allow you to, search for different things. Like if I say hotel, well, there are some hotels near over there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we created that. It was all fun, and hopefully you have enjoyed it, and hopefully you have seen the power of AI tools that just by typing in the correct prompt, playing around with the code, you can achieve great results really, really quickly. Now, whenever you're working with AI, one suggestion will always be that make sure that you are refactoring continuously. Like currently we have only one file called content view, and it has all the stuff in there. So it's your job to refactor it. So, you can put the location manager in a different file. I can also kind of like copy all of this code. Can you refactor the code and make it better and well organized? Suggest different file names for where I can put code to. Okay, so let's see, if it can suggest something that where all of these different things can go. And as you can expect, you have content view, so you can put all the stuff in the content view, and it's also arranging these things. So you can see views, content view.swift, and this will be the code for the content view. This will be the code for the map view. This will be the code for search bar, I guess if we have a search bar, and then common places scroll view. So it's actually making sure that you are also organizing your code, location manager, right? So it's actually doing a pretty good job over here. You can see location detail view and so on. I think the detail view, I'm not sure why that's so small. A detail view has to be a little bit much bigger, right? So over here, I think it messed up somewhere. Like where are all the details? Oh, that's because we have location detail view in a different file. So it doesn't really know about that file. So it's already like this. All right, great. So that's your job, to refactor it, to reorganize it, to organize it, whatever. That is your job that you have to do. ChatGPT is just going to give you the code. You have to make sure that the code is working. You have to understand the code also. All right. So there you have it. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Now, another thing that before we leave, another thing that I want to do is, you can see over here, it's saying location manager.search places, location manager.search places. And remember to find tacos, is that even being used now? So if I remove all of this, I can build it. So we're not really using find tacos anymore because now we're using search places. So always be refactoring and making sure that you are achieving more while less code, and clarity is very important. So you have to always be refactoring when you are using AI tools like ChatGPT, Cursor, or even GitHub Copilot. You will always be refactoring, all right? Especially with ChatGPT, because it's generating a lot of code and then you're just simply pasting it. It's your job to refactor it continuously in a loop, in a circle, all right? So hopefully you have enjoyed it.